Hey Canucks fans, it was 1 year ago today that the nice guy Clay meme was born. I'm Canuck Clay, and this is my Canucks take all in one take. It's Clay's Canucks commentary for Wednesday, April the 27th. If you're new, here's what you should do. Hit the subscribe button now for daily Canucks insight that's positive, timely, and trustworthy. Thanks to everyone who watched my post-game vlog from last night. I was at the game with legendary Justin Credible, a 5-2 win over the Seattle Kraken. A good win for the Canucks. Quinn Hughes breaks the record for most points by a Canucks defenseman in a single season. JT Miller inches closer to 100 points. Spencer Martin, another solid outing, 30 saves. But in the big picture, it was all for naught as Dallas beats Vegas. Both of them get a point, at least 1 point. Vegas obviously gets two because it was in a shootout, the shootout victory. And therefore the Canucks officially eliminated from playoff contention last night. The fact that they made it to game 80, I think it says something about this team, especially it says how well they played in the final two-thirds of the season after Bruce Boudreau took over. So we have a lot of time to talk about all of that. We have a lot of time to do a post-mortem. My next live stream will not be tonight, actually, because I'll be studying. My next live stream will be on Friday, 2-hour live stream, special live stream from 10 p.m. to midnight after the Canucks' final game of the season. So I'm going to park the Canucks talk, the on-ice talk, the off-ice talk, the locker room talk, the contract talk, the trade rumor talk for one day. And I'm going to spend the next 6 or 7 minutes talking about the day that I became an actual meme. The nice guy Clay meme was born exactly 1 year ago today. So if you know the story, this will be a refresher for you. If you don't know the story, I think it's kind of a cool story, actually. So a year ago today, I got interviewed at my office because by Gary Rutherford of CTV, a really good, well-respected veteran reporter, very creative reporter here in Vancouver. And he was doing a story on Canucks fans. And he interviewed me, he interviewed Tommy the tractor guy, and he put together a 2.5 minute piece that showed at the 6 p.m. news on CTV. And as part of that story, when he was interviewing me and I was at my office, so I had my shirt and tie on and my jersey over top of it, he said, "Can you smile for the camera?" And he was going to use it for some B-roll or some background roll, some footage or whatever. I said, sure. So I smiled, everything fine. And then I said to him, "Can I give my thumbs up, the kind of what everyone kind of knows me, well, not everyone knows me, but kind of my signature thumbs up, that's the word I was looking for." And he said, "Sure." But he said, "Just do it slowly." I said, "Okay, whatever that means." So I just went like this. And it was about 5 or 6 seconds. Just like that. In real time, it was about 5 or 6 seconds. So it was all good. Went home, got excited to watch the story at 6 p.m. on the news. So it comes on. Really well-produced story. And then in the middle of the story, there's a voiceover where Gary says, "For Clay Emo, he's been a Canucks fan all of his life. And he describes how to be the ultimate supporter." So as he says that, he's showing my thumbs up. But it's just, I don't know if it's the tone of his voice or the way that I didn't move at all except for my arm. But it was funny, it was poignant, it was cringy, all these things to the point where as Gail and the kids were watching, they're like, it came on the TV, "Dad, oh, you look like such a dork, what a goof, what a goofball, blah, blah, blah." And then I went to Twitter right away and I said, that might have been the most awkward thumbs up that I've ever given. But I still like the story. I thank Gary for having me in his story. But my friends, I wasn't prepared for the onslaught of tweets that happened afterwards. So there wasn't a game night. It was a Tuesday night, I'm pretty sure. No. Yeah, it was probably a Tuesday night. I don't think we were bowling at the time because it was COVID. So anyways, my phone started to blow up a little bit because people started to capture it. And it was actually Mr. Booth, the famous Mr. Booth from Twitter, who actually, he did the first tweet and he had a picture of it. I think he made it a GIF right away. And he says, "Blink twice if you're okay." So kind of like a reference to a hostage situation. Then it was not just, and that got a lot of play. Then it was not just Mr. Booth, but then Thomas Drance and Sat Shaw and David Quadrelli and Jason Bruff and Chris Faber especially, all these guys from the media, they all started to retweet the GIF. I looked it up, GIF versus GIF. Everyone tells me it's GIF. So they started to retweet the GIF and starting to make it a meme, put pictures with it or funny captions with it. You know, a picture with Marchand crying, so then me smiling with the thumbs up. And it was, to say it went viral, I don't know what's your definition of viral. It certainly got spread around. A lot of people retweeting it, sharing, liking it. So I'm not gonna lie, I enjoyed the attention, but it was pretty funny. And then the next day I woke up and I believe the Hockey Night in Canada had retweeted it, Steve Dangle. So now it was getting to bigger accounts. The Vancouver Canucks retweeted it by the end of the second day. So by the end of that second day, I had done a couple media stories on this story. I'd been interviewed for a couple podcasts, a couple blogs, and you could now, at that point, look up on Twitter, on Facebook, on WhatsApp. For some reason, you couldn't do it on Instagram. You could look up this GIF, and it became a meme. It was the nice guy Clay meme because, you know, that's kind of my persona is a nice guy or positive guy. So to this day, you can look up Canuck Clay. You can look up Canuck thumbs up. You can look up nice guy Clay. I think you can look up nice guy Canucks. So any combination of Clay, Canucks, thumbs up, nice, look up any combination of those words, and in Twitter, Facebook, and Messenger, you will still find this GIF. And here's one last thing I want to say about it. So yes, I did like the attention, and I used it quite a bit. Maybe I overused it a little bit over the past year, but it was a year where we didn't have a lot to cheer for about the Canucks, and maybe that's why it seemed like it was overused. But for the first little bit at the start of the season, every time the Canucks scored, I would tweet it. Most people liked it. I think some people were getting a little annoyed. But the funny thing is, not just how much I use it, and I actually use it a little bit less now because it's a year old, but I see other people using it. That's the funny thing. I see other people use it, not just in replies to me, which I think is funny, but they use it in their own Twitter and messaging. Like I've had people that have reached out to me and said, "Hey, I got a Teams chat or WhatsApp chat, and someone put this video of you or this GIF of you doing the thumbs up." Like people don't even know about my Canucks fandom. So, all to say, it's been a lot of fun, and I can't believe it's been a year since we recorded that silly 5 or 6 second clip. And last thing about the clip, if you rewatch it, it is 5 or 6 seconds. But here's a little story. It's not in slow motion. It looks like it's in slow motion because I'm perfectly still, including my mouth. The only thing moving is my arm. And that's, I think, part of the allure why it's so funny or so strange or so captivating, at least in my eyes, is it's not in slow motion. It's not that I did this and they slowed it down. It's actually, I'm going 5 or 6 seconds like this. And then with the voiceover over top of it, kind of hinting at the pain that I've suffered as a 47-year-old Canucks fan. I think that kind of led to everything. So there's the story of the nice guy Clay meme. There's the story of the Canuck Clay thumbs up GIF. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, well, where have you been? No, I'm just kidding. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll be sharing it a little bit today in honor of the 1-year anniversary, as well as I'll be sharing a few funny tweets from that night that I remember. So all to say, I can't believe I talked for 8 minutes about a meme. It might sound a little bit self-centered, but it's been a lot of fun. Not just me using it, but seeing a lot of other people use it. And lastly, when I see people at games, when I take pictures with people, often, or even when I'm meeting people and walking by people, not even with a picture or video, often people will give me the thumbs up or they'll say, "Hey, Canuck Clay," and it's kind of cool. It's become, trademark is the word I was looking for earlier. So signature, trademark, thumbs up, whatever it is. I'm not the only one who gives thumbs up. Obviously, it's been around for 2,000 years. I'm not sure if Jesus gave thumbs up. Maybe he did. But for me, it's kind of like my go-to, and I'm glad that it's a lot of fun and it's harmless. It's a thumb. It's a thumb. So Canucks fans, in the comments today, just let me know. I don't care. I don't care if this looks self-centered. Let me know what your reaction was when the first time you ever saw it, or if you've ever seen it, or how many times you've seen it, or if you ever used it. Whatever. Type in whatever. put in the comments what you thought about last night's game too. You can still do that. And if you made it this far, it's very simple. This one is 2 words, is our secret code word. Type in thumbs up in the comments. 2 words, all caps, thumbs up, and that's how I know that you made it this far into the video. Shout out to my sponsors, Perform and Transform, Personal Training and Weight Loss. Sign up now for a free 7-day trial. Use the link in my video descriptions. And Advanced City Experts Real Estate Group. Contact Jason Lim and his team for all of your real estate needs. Thanks to legendary Lucas Gates, legendary Justin Credible, legendary Andrew Chang, Hall of Fame members Jens 95, simalexander, Chris Seifert, Adam Broomfield, Shannon Hollingworth, HSN Fangirl Gaming, Smooth Groove, and Carol Bovenlander. Thank you for your support as always, and thanks to the support of all members of all levels. You're listed in my video descriptions. If you want to become a member of the CCC Crew, press the join button underneath this or my videos on the memberships tab on my YouTube channel. Subscribe if you'd like to, like this video if you'd like to, become a member or upgrade if you'd like to, and leave a comment down below if you'd like to, and the secret code word, thumbs up, give it to me down below. As always, stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. God bless, and go Canucks, go.